This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-winning, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, welcome everyone. This video is the video of the Stanley Parable. I saw the first playthrough, or the playthrough of the first Stanley Parable by Markiplier, and I just recently... Wow, it's actually a little bit laggy. I just recently saw his first couple playthroughs of this game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So yeah, this game, basically, you have to go around and check, or not check, you have to go through and either listen to the narrator or ignore what he says or do the opposite. So
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Burp. What if I go in this one?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I can't read that.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Sorry about hacking up a lung. It's terrible. I don't know why. I just started coughing.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
I love this room.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Oh. Forever alone.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Now, you just said that I stood in a room pressing buttons all day for however long. Can I get in here? Can I get in here? No. Anything? Anything? Aww. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
What's down there?
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
That's what I want to know.
I realize that investing in your but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you're
Oops.
very powerful.
Oh, leave me alone, narrator. And we're starting over. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oops. Keep
When
running into
Stanley came to a
doorways.
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think I'm still gonna go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Shut up.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Still not going in there. Still not. I refuse. You
Stanley was so
can't
bad
make
at following
me.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wait, I'm gonna go in there. Oh, I might be able to. Maybe.
Look, Stanley,
Nope.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Oh, yeah?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone
Okay.
you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Oh, shush.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Markiplier
Please,
wins that
Stop
way.
trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for
I'll go
me.
this way.
I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
Her?
To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay. Okay, can't go that way. Guess I'll go this way. It's really dark in there. I don't wanna. Oh, crap.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Jeez.
To reach out to her. If you can truly
Ow.
place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
But I don't. Who is it? Hello? Oh. Whoa.
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
No.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I already know I'm forever alone. Shut up.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him.
I guess I
and
probably
every
shouldn't
button
have
that he
pressed that.
pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button.
I don't
now
want it.
he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
I see what you're doing here. I refuse. I will not do it. Don't look at me. You're not a swan, but don't look at me. Maybe I have to press K. K.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I don't know about that.
But there is no answer.
Uh-huh.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Oh.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Okay, looks like I'm going to sleep if I could press the right
And
button.
I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Okay, this time I'm not pressing anything. Something has to happen if I don't press anything. Can't press other stuff. Won't do anything. Open the door. Open. Open! Can I sharpen a pencil? That would be fun. Do something! Come on! Alright, pressing G.
I suppose I
find
can't.
it.
Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Ah!
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
You're not telling me how. Whoop. What'd I do? I just spammed the keyboard with my face, and this is what happens. Come on. Oh, starting over again.
Already
Yeah.
this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What? That's different. That's different. Ha! There we go. I feel comfortable in this space. What's over here? Nothing. Nothing. Something beeped. Input received. Huh? This is weird. A whole bunch of open doors everywhere. Okay. Moving on. Wait, can I go in here? No. Can I go in here? No. Here? Here?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, yeah.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
Huh? I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A
Wait,
room so
I thought that was going somewhere.
captivating that even though all your but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We'll skip that again.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Dang it. Shut up, you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Hey, it looks
I'm
like
not
my
your
old job.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you're but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Jeez, I just unlocked an achievement. I will not share that with you. Over here. Who is it? Nope, not that one. This one? This one.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Thanks. Well, I'm gonna be in trouble. The boss is not what... I already thought I was in this room. Wait, it's different. Is it? No, it's not. I don't think. I don't know. Thought I heard another phone. Now I'm going crazy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley but eager to get back to business,
Make a beeline for the
Stanley
lift.
took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following
5th
directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
If I miss
There's
again,
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
I swear.
Someone you've forgotten about. What?
Ugh,
Really?
jeez.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I don't know if I trust you. I don't think I trust you. Alright, I guess I'll go this way. Can I go here? No. What's through these doors? Anything?
Now listen carefully,
What?
this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Yeah, I don't wanna. I don't wanna.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't
Yes.
let me stop you.
Ew.
You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map
Oh,
because
my.
you were never supposed to be here in the first place.
This is
Broken
big.
rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I want to see
Tell you what,
everything.
let me take a stab in the dark at a new design. And you can give me
Everything
some
in this
feedback.
game.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
I don't know if I like this.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here,
Okay.
based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Ah. Yeah. Forgot about this. I think I actually saw this ending when Markiplier played it. I want to go down. I want to go down. Whoa. Oh, shut up. Okay. I'm gonna go through this door again.
Now, would you say
Ah.
that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
No.
Again, honest answers, please.
Oh.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Oh, no.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Maybe.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh.
In this game, the baby crawls
Okay.
left towards
I saw this.
danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
No.
And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's
What?
a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of
Push.
course, the message
Click.
of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh. Hurry up. Oh, that sound is horrible. Oh my gosh. Alright, you know what? Whatever. I'm sorry.
You heartless bastard.
Shut up.
Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter,
latter.
I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of
It
ideas.
is the
I
latter.
can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Ah.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game?
What's this?
Just to ease the pain.
Was this always here?
Let's see. What do we have here?
I don't remember this plant being here.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Loading. This video is going to be way too long. Ah, yeah.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the
this is-
one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
a
But
very
is it enough?
early-
Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for
version
you.
of Minecraft.
From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Yay.
This will go here, no, here, and then. Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand?
Yes.
Isn't it perfect?
Yep.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Oh
my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. I do not want.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant.
Okay, yep, it's dark.
1 out of 5.
Here's a
Even
spider.
the diamonds couldn't save this one.
Okay,
new game.
got to the end. I couldn't do anything else, but I heard spiders. And moving on. Whoa.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Okay, I know what this game is. Because I watched Markiplier. And I would have guessed that it was Portal anyways.
It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Yay.
Genius. Actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than continue to waste my time, I'm just going to leave you here. You can pretend you've beaten the game if it makes it any richer for you, but as for me, I've had enough. So, why don't you get cozy in this room, and if you have any grand revolutionary ideas for the perfect video game, you can just sit there and let it ball up inside you for all eternity. I don't need your advice. I don't need your ratings. And I certainly don't need the validation of a man whose job is to push buttons. I think I'll just go about my business, making meaningful cultural contributions to the world. And perhaps every now and then, I'll think back to a man named Stanley who was objectively wrong in every decision he ever made.
Yay.
The thought won't last long.
Oh.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Bye.
Good luck with your work.
Thanks.
And I sincerely hope that everyone lives happily ever after.
Yep. Now, I was gonna say, I actually do want to play Portal. I've never played it, which is, from what I understand, is kind of a sin. Because I hear it's a really good game. But, there we go. Whoa. Yay. Wait, what is this? Oh, crap. That's bad. I see something? Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, this is supposed to be the first Stanley's Parable, from what I understand. What? What? I actually really like how they did this. Just like take everything apart, make it look all construction-y. Going back to the beginning. So yeah, basically this game is all about following the narrative and either doing what he says or not doing what he says, or a mix of both. And there are a ton of endings from what I can tell. And by a ton, I mean, I don't know how many I mean, but there have been at least gonna say at least 5 different endings so far, and I'm sure there's a lot more. So let's see here. Okay, yeah, I forget what happens here. I wanna push buttons, push a whole bunch of buttons. Typey, 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 typey. Type, 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 type. Okay, that was fun. Can I go out of here now? Ah, there we go.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Load screen. Yay! Right on time. Alright. And did this just start over?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, this is all different. I can't go anywhere. Yay! Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Console 7 bark. Okay. So what, that's it?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yeah. Well, seems like my, oh!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love?
No. Maybe? Yeah.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Actually, I'm gonna end this here. I'll go there next time. Just because this video is already way too long. But yeah, if you want to see a second video of a few of the other endings, let me know. I may just do one. I don't know. I gotta think about it. But okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. This was Stanley's Parable. It's available on Steam right now. It's actually on sale on Steam right now for $11.99. I think it's regular $14 or $19.99. So definitely a good buy. It's a really good game. I recommend it, and I wouldn't have known about it had I not watched Markiplier play the first one. And then it had been a while since I saw him play the first one, and then actually saw him play this one. But then I'm like, oh wait, yeah, that was a game that he played. So Okay, that's that. And thanks again for watching, guys. Until next time, take it easy.